Back at it again, baby, and we have another one with Ami Horowitz. Let's dive in.
I'm Ami Horowitz, and I'm here in Berkeley, California to find out if voter ID laws suppress the black vote.
Do
you have an opinion on voter ID laws?
Yeah, they're usually pretty racist and they're bad.
I think voter ID laws are a way to perpetuate racism.
Would you go as far as to say those laws are racist?
For sure.
Do you think it suppresses the African American vote?
Definitely.
Tell us how.
Because they're less likely to have state IDs.
Minority voters are less likely to have the kinds of IDs that have been described or required.
These type of people don't live in areas with easy access to DMVs or other places where they can get identification.
You can always get IDs you do over the internet. Does that also make it difficult for black people in particular?
Yeah, you have to have access to the internet. You have to be able to pay an internet service.
I don't know what percentage of the population actually has the internet at their own home, but I feel like it's a good portion. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the internet or access to the internet isn't as widespread as I would like to think. I could be wrong in that. Let me know in the comment section if there's some statistic on it. I'm sure there is out there somewhere. But I would assume that most people have the internet at home, and if they don't, there's a library somewhere nearby that they could go to for free. And also, you need your license to drive. So, and I understand not everybody drives. I get that, but a lot of people do. And in order to drive, you need a license. So I don't know. That doesn't add up to me.
For black people in particular?
Yeah, you have to have access to the internet. You have to be able to pay an internet service provider for certain fees.
Do you think that's harder for black people to go online?
Well, I feel like they don't have the knowledge of how it works.
A lot of people have smartphones, but you might not have data.
Service provider for certain fees.
Do you think that's harder for black people to go online?
Well, I feel like they don't have the knowledge of how it works.
So what you're saying is I'm stupid. The knowledge of how it works. Yeah, this is sad. This is really sad. Oh my goodness. Are there some people who don't know how to work or where to go to get an ID? Yeah, sure. But it ain't got nothing to do with race. Okay? Just because I'm black doesn't mean I don't know how to get on the internet and look up how to get a new ID. Huh? What in the world? Sheesh. Oh man. It's worse than I thought, ladies and gentlemen.
Access to the internet. You have to be able to pay an internet service provider for certain fees.
Do you think that's harder for black people to go online?
Well, I feel like they don't have the knowledge of how it works.
A lot of people have smartphones, but you might not have data.
For most of the communities, they don't really know what is out there just because they're not aware or they're not informed.
I also think there's a repression of black voting with how if you're a convicted felon, you're not allowed to vote and everything. And when you look at swing states like Florida, that's a huge population of the African Americans.
Now I'm here in East Harlem to ask black people their thoughts on what you just heard. Do you have ID normally? You carry ID around?
Yes, I have state ID.
Do you carry ID?
Yes, I do.
Do you know any black person who doesn't carry ID?
No. Everyone that I know has an ID. Why would they think we don't have ID?
That's a lie. Why would they say that?
Do you have ID?
Yes.
Because I have my ID and my friends have their ID, so we know what we need to carry around.
Everybody that I know have ID. That's one of the things you need to walk around with New York with.
And even if a black person doesn't, we could easily look it up. We don't know how to use the internet. Oh my goodness. What has this world come to? Black people are so stupid that they don't know how to get on the internet to look up how to get a new ID. Oh my gosh. Wow. That is what some people think. Okay. That is news to me.
Everybody that I know have ID. That's one of the things you need to walk around with New York with, ID.
Do you know any black adult who does not have ID?
No, I don't.
Is it a weird thing to even say that?
Yes, it is.
What is this, some type of trick candy cameras?
I know, right?
That's the only thing I brought with me.
Those are legit IDs. I heard a lot also that black people can't figure out how to get to the DMV.
Really?
What does that say to you?
I know it's that, on 25th Street.
Do you know where the DMV is around you?
It's on 125th Street and 3rd Avenue, I believe.
You know how to get there?
Yeah.
Would you have a problem getting there if you had to get there?
No.
I know these sound like silly questions. You know how to get to the DMV?
Of course.
You know where it is?
Yes.
You can get there?
Uh-huh.
No problem.
No problem.
Just checking.
Okay.
And I also heard a lot that black people, especially poor black people, have no access to the internet, can't figure out how to use the internet.
That's just stupidity, honestly. Everybody has access to the internet, even little kids.
It's laughable. I know, it's laughable. And even if you don't have access to the internet in your home, there's a library somewhere close by.
Kid could figure out how to work the internet.
You got a family member, a cousin, a friend that got internet. You know, you got that too. So
I had access to the internet for years.
You know how to use it properly, right?
Exactly. I do it at work. So, of course, I know how to use it. My kids know how to use it. They all have iPads, iPods, whatever.
Your phone has data? You can access the internet
Unlimited.
Unlimited data.
I use my phone as a hotspot.
What does that say to you for the people who have this perception of black people?
They're pretty much ignorant. That's why my thought process.
It's actually kind of racist. I mean, my goodness, I would consider that more the R word than some of this other stuff. I should probably be careful with throwing that word out there, especially here on YouTube. Y'all know YouTube's a little weird. But I would consider that a little more R word than some of this other stuff. Like, my goodness, you think just because of the color of my skin, I am dumb as a box of rocks. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not the brightest crayon in the coloring box, okay? Or in the crayon box, excuse me. But I'm not the dullest either, okay? I can figure out how to get on the internet. Goodness gracious. They don't know how to use the internet. Sheesh. This is sad.
They're pretty much ignorant. That's why my thought process on it.
I just think that's ignorant.
It's ignorant.
Ignorant. That's the word I'm
Very,
hearing
very
a lot.
ignorant.
Ignorant.
It's very, very ignorant.
Does it sound racist for somebody to say that?
I think it is a little racist because, you know, you're putting people in a category and you have no idea what you're talking about.
Maybe a little bit of racist in it, but like I said, I think it's more stupidity and ignorance.
You're judging somebody, like, but you're judging them because they black, saying that they don't got it.
What people are they talking to? Who are these people talking to?
They aren't talking to anybody black. I think that is the problem. Because if they were, they would know that is not the case. That's the whole point. Who are they talking to? Nobody. They've just listened to whatever's been put out there and they just spit it out and repeat it without actually going to the source. A black person. Like, why don't just walk up to a random black person? Hey, I know it's weird, but do you have a phone and internet? Do you know what a DMV is? You know? The black person's probably gonna look at you like, what? Why are you asking me these questions? And you can calmly explain to them. You know, there's just been this perception that blah, blah, blah is going on, and, you know, you'll get all your answers. Problem solved. My goodness. This is crazy.
Got it.
What people are they talking to? Who are these people talking to?
Do you have a problem that if you go to vote and they say, can we please see your ID to make sure you are who you say you are? Are you
Love
cool?
showing my ID.
You got no problem with that?
Nope.
Would you have a problem if when you go to vote, if they say, can we please just see your ID to make sure you are who you say you are? Do you have an issue with that?
No.
Would you have a problem if there was a rule where you have to show your ID in order to vote?
I don't think so. No.
Would you have an issue if there was a rule saying you got to show your ID before you vote?
Nah.
Are you cool with that?
Yeah.
Why would anybody have a problem with that? That is the question. Oh, let me just confirm who you are. You ever went to buy a bottle of liquor? Guess what you got to do? Present your ID. Let me make sure you are at least the age that you look. You know, so I don't give you something that I'm not supposed to. So let me make sure you are who you say you are, so we don't have some random Joe Schmo. Can you let go of my? So to make sure you're not some random Joe Schmo coming in here trying to get some votes in. Yeah, this stuff is ridiculous. It's self-explanatory. You guys saw the ridiculousness of it. I don't even need to get deep into it. Obviously, I could talk on this for 30 minutes on the ridiculousness of it. You okay? If I wanted to, but I don't think that's necessary. All right? The laws aren't the R word, okay? Not even anywhere near it. But y'all let me know what you thought about it in the comment section below. Like, share, comment, and of course, hit that subscribe button before you go. Peace and love. I'm out.